Welcome to another episode of 914s for Newbies, and this one is by far the most requested, changing the oil. Now some of you may be saying, really? But it makes sense. When you're new to wrenching, changing the oil is probably one of the first things you do. So it's kind of a gateway drug. Now if you want to pay somebody to do this, that's totally fine, but the local Jiffy Lube is probably not going to be much help. It's super easy and it's fun, so why not give it a shot? On a difficulty scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being rebuilding the engine and 1 being changing the oil, this would be a 1. Or maybe a 1.5 if you also count changing the oil strainer. Let's get started. To do the oil change, you'll need a little less than 4 quarts of oil, 3.7 to be exact, an oil filter, an oil strainer gasket kit if you're cleaning the strainer, a new copper sealing washer for the oil plug, a 17 or 19 millimeter socket wrench for the drain plug, and a 13 millimeter for the strainer bolt if you're changing that, an oil filter wrench, a torque wrench that can precisely measure 16 foot-pounds for the plug and 9 foot-pounds for the strainer bolt, a container that will hold up to 4 quarts of old oil and a cup for the strainer, a funnel, gloves, and lots of rags, because no matter how careful you are, some will spill. First, drive the car to warm up the oil and make it easier to flow. Then I like to park the car for about 30 minutes so it's not super hot. Now get the car in the air. I have a quick jack, which is really convenient, but jack stands work just as well. Ramps not so much, because the car needs to be level for the oil to drain properly. The one thing you never ever want to do is get under a car that's only supported by a pump jack. That's incredibly dangerous, so don't do it. Here's the oil plug, and the strainer, and the filter. I like to start by removing the filter so I don't have to spend time fiddling under the crankcase while the oil is dripping out of the hole. This is a great tool that attaches to a 3/8 ratchet. Once it's loose, you should be able to spin it off by hand. Some oil may drip, so make sure the container is nearby. Turn it upside down so whatever is in there drains out. Now it's time to open the floodgates and actually drain the oil. Make sure the container is directly under the plug and loosen with a wrench until you can spin it by hand. Unscrew it till it's just about to come out, and then make sure your hand is not under the plug, for obvious reasons, and pull it out. The oil will gush at first and then drip slowly. I let it go for an hour or two, or until it stops dripping. Some people check the oil strainer with every oil change, but I do it every other change. The less I have to mess with this bolt, the better. It's a really finicky bolt, and if you make it tighter than 9.4 foot-pounds, you could damage your engine, so be careful. No problem to loosen it though, so grab the 13 millimeter socket and remove the bolt, which you soon discover is more like a nut. The pan and the strainer will come out as a unit. Sometimes a gasket gets stuck in the block. Take the assembly to the bench and pull it apart so you can inspect what's in there. There may be some gunk on the strainer, but the mother load is beneath it, in the sump cover. Sludge is to be expected, but you don't want to see any hunks of metal or a lot of sparkly flakes, which would mean excessive wear. Clean everything up with brake cleaner and make sure the sealing surfaces look good. If you're a new 914 owner or just want to be, click subscribe so you know when the new videos are coming out. Position one of the gaskets from the kit on top of the strainer, then hold it in place while you grab the sump cover. Another gasket goes between the strainer and the cover, and the bolt thing gets a crush washer around the flange. Then hand tighten the bolt to snug everything up. Now here's the important part. Set your torque wrench to 9.0 foot-pounds of torque and carefully tighten the bolt. You don't want to wing this. One of the greatest things about 914 ownership is the community. Everyone's always looking to help each other. So here's a tip I got from a guy named Big Len on 914 World. Before you put the drain plug back in, pour a few gurgles of fresh oil through to flush out whatever old junk is hanging around the drain hole. Since you won't need that full 4th quart, this is a perfect use for some of that oil. When the opening is good and clean, put a new copper sealing washer around the drain plug and thread it back in. Just snug it up first, and then use your torque wrench to tighten to 16 foot-pounds. Now take the oil filter. Smear some fresh oil around the rubber sealing ring and thread it back on. It shouldn't be tighter than you can comfortably make it with your hands, only hand tight. Some people like to pre-fill the oil filter with oil before they spin it on, but from everything I've read and heard, this is not a good idea on a 914. You really want to let the engine pull fresh oil through the circuit on its own. And now you're ready to refill. People have more opinions about oil than they do about politics, so I'm not going to get into which are the best brands or which are the best additives. You can look at the comments for those. The simple fact is that most 914 owners change their oil at least once a year and don't drive their cars more than 3,000 miles per year, so we're not really stressing this oil out to the max. Any reputable brand that's high in ZDDP, which is for older engines, should be fine. You just want to make sure that you're driving at a weight that's good for an air-cooled engine, which is generally a 50 weight. And you're going to see that I'm using DT50, the driven oil 50 weight. I've also used Valvoline VR1, I've used Brad Penn, and plain old Castrol. I really have no allegiance to any one brand in particular. The most important thing is that you set a schedule and you adhere to it. The numbers on the bottle are all about viscosity. The higher the number, the thicker it is. The first number, followed by the W, which stands for winter, is the viscosity when cold. You want those numbers to be low if you live in a cold climate. The second number is at operating temperature. It's pretty cool how they've been able to engineer oil to flow differently based on temperature. Put 3.5 full quarts of oil in through the filler neck and then take the car out for a drive. Bring it back, let it sit for about 20 minutes, and check the dipstick. You may need to add a little bit. If it's a little high or you want to put all 4 quarts in, that's okay too. There's plenty of room in the engine for that. Now for the messy part. Pour all the old oil into the empty new containers, put them in the trunk, and drive to your local shop or auto parts store. Many places which sell oil also take it back for recycling, so check your local resources. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you know when new 914 stuff is available. Thanks a lot, be safe, and enjoy the addiction.